So in relation to these healing sounds, you're in charge. So it's not like a sound healing where someone might play a bowl over you, or you're actually doing the sounding. And what I love about the healing sounds is that each sound relates to a specific organ in the body. And from the Chinese medicine perspective, sometimes we can develop illnesses, diseases, so forth, that are genetically related, and sometimes it's epigenetic related. So from the Chinese medicine perspective, we're utilising the healing sounds to move that kind of blocked chi, which is often can be like a physical ailment, or it can be something emotional. And we're transmuting that kind of chi that doesn't serve us into vitality. So if we think that the whole world is vibration, so we're looking at utilising the sound, the vibration, to move anything that's not really going to serve by sitting in that particular part of the body. So from that perspective, if we look at our little circle with the little star, so from the perspective today, we're looking at the 5 elements, and each element relates to a specific organ and an emotion in the body. Now, the reason that we have the circle going around, with each element, we can work in a way that supports the other element, if that makes sense. So if you look at that outer circle, and let's start with metal down the bottom right corner. So the metal element supports the water element. How does it support the water element? When we look at metal, it can also be understood as minerals. So the water is supported by the metal element, by the minerals that are in the water that makes it healthy for us. The water supports wood. Obviously, we water plants, that keeps them alive, that supports the wood. Wood is supportive of fire. If we put wood in a fire, we know what happens. And then from that fire and the ashes and the nutrients that are kind of left from the fire ends up supporting and nourishing the earth. And so again, we begin that kind of generating of chi cycle. So we will work with that sense of generating chi cycle today. There's also the controlling cycle, which I'll just touch on briefly. So that's our star in the center. So if I start again at metal, metal controls wood by, metal can be formed into a blade and you can chop wood. Wood controls the earth by being able to shape the earth with wood, like we can build a dam from the wood. And then the earth controls water by that sense of, like, we can dam the water, we can control it, the earth shapes how the water flows. And then water obviously controls fire, so we use water to put out fire. And then the nourishment from the fire can control metal. By the fire, the heat can kind of melt metal and control it that way. So that's the kind of philosophy of how they kind of support each other. Welcome, welcome. I don't want to spend too much time on the theory because I want it to be an experiential experience. So feel free to really read more into that if you would like to. So let's start with the sounds. So there's the sounds can be put into like 3 categories. So there's the physical sounds, which are the quite vocal, they're quite loud, they're really letting it out. And that's really particularly working with the physical part of the organ. And then we have the healing sounds that work on the emotional level. So that's the second row. So that's really looking at clearing the emotional stagnation in the organ compared to the difference between the physical ailment that might be there. So shall we just get into it? Yeah, I think so. So if we start from the metal element, and the reason that I'm starting with the metal element is that, well, that's how my teacher taught it to me. But also metal is the lungs. So the lungs are like the gateway, if you like, to the chi. It's how we breathe in and receive chi from the outer world. So it's kind of like the gateway, which seems like a good place to start, really. Okay, so the first sound, if you're at the top of your chart, the top row is the actual Chinese spelling of the sound, and then the second row is how we would say it physically for the physical sounds. So the Z sound is it's like a bee buzzing, and we might even just place our hands on our chest for this one. So taking a breath in, and this sound is a Z sound. So we'll feel this physically. So take a breath in, and like you're a bee buzzing. Do that again, take a breath in. One more. And just let the sound dissipate, and just keep your hands on your chest and just observing that sense of resonance, vibration on the physical level. And then let's continue on, and this time we come to the kidney sound, which is a water element. So bring your hands behind your back and just place them on that lower back, that lower rib. And all of the sounds are sustained, except for the kidney sound, which you can also do quite fast. So we'll do it sustained for this example. And here the emphasis is on the E sound. So it's a chi, and then we sustain the E sound. So take a breath in. And again. And just before we begin the next one, with this one, we can really visualize that we're pushing out the chi from the kidneys. So with your hand there, you can kind of round through the upper back and have a sensation of pushing out from the kidneys there. So give that a go. This next one, take a breath in. And then sit up a bit taller and just feel, just observe what resonance, what vibration, what lingering is here. And then release the hands and just rest your hands in your lap for this one. We're coming into the wood liver element. And this one is shoo, and then we're lingering on the oo sound. So we kind of purse the lips. Take a breath in. Shoo. And again. And then just place your hands over the right side of your rib cage. And just notice if there's any vibration, a resonance, a lingering here. And then release, let your hands be loose into your lap. So as we work around that generating cycle, we now come to the heart sound. And it's a real kind of sound. So the mouth is quite open and we linger on that sound. So give it a go, take a breath in. Beautiful. And again. One more. And then just place your hands over your heart space. And just notice what's here. Maybe there's a lot to feel, maybe not much. Just welcoming, just observing. Let all of your humanity be here. And release the hands, which brings us to the earth element, the spleen. And this is a real deep guttural sound. So if you think that we're with the earth element, it's a real deep guttural sound. And I was actually reading this interesting thing recently about how often women in particular have lost connection to those deeper sounds that we can create because there was such an emphasis through history about women's voices being nice and polite and high-pitched, and that we've kind of kept our kind of vocal range up quite high and kind of reconnecting to that deeper guttural sound. Some women only reconnect to that through birthing and those kind of experiences. So full permission here to really have that sense of that depth, that real deep guttural connecting to that real earth element. So you want to really feel it in the vocal cords, a real kind of guttural feeling through the vocal cords. So this is the ooh, and we can kind of linger on the ooh sound. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Gorgeous. Perfect. And again. Beautiful. And this time place your hands over the left side of your rib cage. And just observing here on the physical level, what sensation, resonance, vibrations here. And then release. The final sound is connected to the triple warmer, the pericardium, and it is a sound that kind of connects the upper dantian, the middle dantian, and the lower dantian. So it's really designed to bring the temperatures of those three energy centers in together. So often our heat will rise when we feel a little anxious or things kind of begin to go awry, the heat rises. And when we work with the triple warmer sound, we allow that heat to descend, to dissipate, so that the energy centers are in resonance with each other. So it's he, and we linger on the he sound. So when you're ready, take a breath in. Beautiful. So it's like the powerhouse of the healing sound. So if you only had time to do one healing sound, that's the one that you would do. So those sounds that we've just been through, those 6 versions are for the body on the physical level, really working with physical ailments that might be going on for us. So the next row is the sounds that we're working with more to move the emotions that might be stuck in those specific organs. So we'll run through the series of those, just the same. Sound, so that C, that Chinese sound right at the top. This one translates to rest, interestingly. So we really, with this sound, we're really supplementing the lung qi, if you like. So let's have a go. So this one is, so your kind of tongue's at the behind the upper teeth, the sound kind of like a snake. And I think it's quite an interesting sound because it's the lungs and it's the air, and it kind of sounds like you're letting out air out of a balloon or something. So very interesting. So let's have a go. We'll take 3 rounds of this one. And again. That's 3, isn't it? And let's just linger here. Feel the sensation, the resonance through the lungs. Just observing. And then we come to the kidney sound, the water element, and the translation of that one is to blow out, to blast. And interestingly enough, all of the sounds are sustained, except for the kidney sound. You can kind of work with it like choo, 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 kind of fast and furious. The thing with the choo sound is we're looking to move fear. So it's a great sound if you do get a fright to is a beautiful way to kind of shake it out of the kidneys, shake it out of the system. But we'll do the sustained version for this one. So when you're ready, take a breath in. Beautiful, like we're pushing out, like we're blowing out. And again, the rain has started, the water element, it's clearing away. Right on time. One more. And interestingly, I usually use a friend for an example here who will often just naturally do that sound when something comes up that you're talking about something in the world that's not pleasant or whatever. Just naturally, you'll be having a conversation and they just naturally go, Choo. So shh is the next sound for the liver, and it translates to a deep sigh or a hiss. Shh. So it's kind of like got that shh, like a bit of a hiss kind of element to it. So we'll take that one when you're ready. Take a breath in. Beautiful. And again. So the sound helps to balance the liver chi. And when the liver chi is unbalanced, we're angry, we're fiery, we're snappy, we're not very pleasant. So it's meaning that with that, bringing that sense of balance, like the shh, those dark thoughts, those angry shh, like we're calming them down. The next sound is for the heart sound, and it translates to a yawn or a laughing sound. So when we're doing the physical version of this sound, we linger on the but when we're doing the emotional sounds or the clearing of the emotions from the organs, for this one, it's more of like a like we're yawning or we're taking a deep sigh. And you'll know that we normally just take deep sighs when we kind of want to release a bit of like heart energy. So would you like to give this one a try? So taking a breath in, like a deep sigh. Beautiful. And again. One more. And just observe how nice it is to just simply take a deep sigh out. And then we come to the earth spleen sound on the emotional level. It translates to exhale or to call. So that's that deep guttural sound. So it's like we're calling and cultivating the spleen chi so that we can have a sense of centeredness, a sense of groundedness. Because when the spleen chi is out of alignment, it rises up and we go into thinking. And so when we want to get out of that kind of thinking, worrying, stressing, we work with the spleen earth sound to kind of ground that energy, grounding it down to the earth so we can feel a sense of centeredness, groundedness within. So this one, the hoo. So it's got just a little bit of a hoo to begin with, but it's still similar to the physical sound, still that deep guttural sound. So we'll take 3 rounds when you're ready. And just observe, just notice, just curious. And then bringing us to the triple warmer sound, which is that he, and it's the same on the physical sounds. So it's one less to memorize. So when you're ready, we'll take that again 3 times. One more. And just let the sound linger, the vibration, the resonance. So generally when we're working with the healing sounds in relation to the number of sounds, they work in numbers of 3. So you might do 3 rounds like we've just done, or 6 rounds, 9 rounds, 12 rounds, you get the idea. And then the final way that you can work with the sounds, and some Qigong masters say this is the most powerful way to work with the sounds, is to just sense the sound in your own mind. You can work with just that sense of hearing them just for you is another powerful way. And we'll do a little bit of that in the practice. If they don't feel good in your body, you can just modify to suit your body, or you can just completely skip them if you like. So from here, we draw our attention to the sole of the foot. Just feel the touch of the sole of your foot against the surface beneath you. Now there's an energy point in TCM that we call the kidney 1 point, the bubbling spring point. So it's right at the sole of your foot, and it's like an energy center that connects you to the earth beneath you, but also allows you to receive that earth frequency beneath you. So we might even symbolically on pretty wobbly days, or we're feeling ungrounded, energetically plant roots from that point at the sole of the foot into the earth beneath you. And as we do that, I'd like to acknowledge the sacred land that's holding us for our practice today. We're on the sacred land of the Merri clan, of the Wurundjeri Willam people, of the Eastern Kulin Nation. And here we're in this transitory time of year where we're transitioning from the abundance of the eel luck season into the wombat winter season. And let that feel like a support beneath you. Let there be a sense of lightness in your body, so the knees are just slightly soft, just a gentle bend through the knees, a sense of the crown of your head lifting upwards towards the heavens above that connects you to nature, to all of the universe that surrounds you. We want a feeling of a little bit of space at the armpits. That's the beginning of the heart meridian, so we want the chi to be able to flow easily there. And this is what we call vertical alignment. You, this meeting point between the heavens above and the earth beneath you. And this is the position we come back to after every form, feeling this sense of alignment. And then place your hands onto your belly and take a breath practice. This one's called wave breathing. So here we have an emphasis on inhaling into the belly, the rib cage, the chest, and then exhaling, a feeling of exhaling from the chest, the ribs, the belly. So it feels like a wave. Inhale to the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. This wave breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Take 3 more of those. Inhale to the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And then gently let that go. So we're going to take a movement. So you might like to work long ways along your mat. So you've got the space. This is called knocking on the door of life. So we're in a wider leg position here. And we're just like a shirt that's hanging on the line, that's just blowing in the breeze. There should be a sense of it feels easeful through the shoulders, the arms. And so we're swinging here from our center, from the waist, and we're tapping across what's called the chi belt, which runs across that lower dantian and the lower back area. I'm going to take this a little bit more into a twist. So in a twist, lift the heel, so there's a weight shift. Just taking a little bit deeper into that twist. Looking over the shoulder. And in Qigong we have what's called cleansing breaths. So any time during your practice you might feel you want to let go of a bit of charge or energy. We take a breath in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Anytime you feel. And then let's slow this down, ground through the heels. Slowing down, slowing down. We're going to start with spinal cord breathing. We'll work with the physical sounds, so the first sounds that we did, and how we can bring that into a Qigong practice. So spinal cord breathing is like a flexion extension through the spine. So we inhale and the arms come up, and then we exhale round through the upper back. So we inhale here like we're opening through the front of your body. You might look up. And then exhale round, look down. So inhale up. Beautiful. And exhale. So let's bring in the healing sound, the metal element, which is the zzz sound. So take a breath in. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again. Into our kidney sound, which is the tree. Inhale. Tree. Tree. And then into the liver sound. So we're going to open up to the right side. And then exhale. Open up to the right side. And again. Back to center for our heart sound. Into the spleen, earth sound, the who. We're going to come across to the left side, open up to your left. Back to center, our triple warmer sound. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale here, bring your arms up overhead. We're going to lift the bubbling springs, come up onto the balls of your feet, keep reaching up tall. Holding here, keep reaching up tall. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lower the heels, lower the hands. Just welcoming all, just observing with a sense of curiosity. I'm going to work with the mortal pushes the stone on the emotional sounds. So this one we have this like push-pull sensation. So we inhale, we open up to the side, and then we exhale. And it's like we're pushing out what no longer serves out of that organ. Then we take another breath in. Then we exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. We take a big breath in. And then we exhale, push out what doesn't serve. Beautiful. Okay, I think we're ready. So I'm going to start with this side. You can start on whatever side feels right for you. So we're starting with the emotional sound. So it's this kind of like a snake. So first take a breath in. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Take another breath in. And then we work with the sound. Take a breath in. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Take another big breath in. We'll do 2 rounds on each side. Inhale. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Take another breath in. Inhale. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Big breath here into the torso. Exhale. And then we prepare for the kidney sound. So that's that choo sound. Take a breath in. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Another big breath in. Inhale. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Take a breath in. Beautiful. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale, turn. Breath in. And then here we'll move on to the wood element, the liver, which is the shh. Take a breath in. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Inhale again. Inhale. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Breath in. Again, each side. Inhale. Exhale, turn, look over the shoulder. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, turn. Take a breath in. Beautiful. The heart sound, the deep sigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, turn. Breath in. Beautiful, gorgeous. Take a breath in. Exhale, turn. Inhale. And again. Exhale, turn. Inhale. One more. Exhale, turn.